Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to some more World of Warcraft. Something a little bit different today. I'm not actually going to be sitting here doing some questing. There's my human warlock. I recognise the gear. I've got the clothy gear, and it looks quite good on the human warlock. The red glowing eyes. No, I'm not going to be doing any questing. I've had a couple of. Oh, I've actually had a couple. Had a comment on one of my videos, and I've had a couple of in-game messages, or rather emails. What is the UI that I'm using? Well, the UI that I'm using, as you can see here, right, we'll start at the top. We've got Titan panel up here at the top, and that has a whole load of information on there. XP info, time to level, how much gold I've got. I'm not going to show you that. You can freeze frame if you want to. How much capacity your bags have got, your durability. Over here you've got to hide or unhide the panel. You've got your volume control over here, which you've already seen me messing around with, and of course you've got time here as well. You can always set that. You've got your usual toolbars here, your character spell book, specializations, mounts, and also you've got your performance stats as well, which is always rather nice to have. Right, what have we got in the center here? In the center, the two large green and blue curves on the left hand side. The green is my health, blue my mana, and the two smaller bars, my pet's health, my pet's mana or energy, and my pet's health. Now, of course, my blue bar, if I was a rogue, that would become energy. If I was a warrior, that would become rage. You kind of get the idea. Buttons layout down here is all done as well for you. I'm not entirely sure if there are any specific add-ons that do that built into it, but whatever it is, it looks good. Over down here on the left-hand side, we've got the general tab, which you can get stuff up. And of course, have you reading yours? You've still got your speech bubble, so you can do a silly if you want to.
So, an orc walks into a bar with a parrot on his shoulder. The bartender says, "Hey, where'd you get that?" The parrot says, "Duratar, they got them all over the place."
Yeah. Anyway, now this is where it gets a little bit more complicated in the center here. We've got my portrait, my demon's portrait, and then I've got my target's portrait. Now down here at the bottom, just underneath the general tab, you can change how you see things. So you go, there's a party tab, in these blank spaces here now, you'd have your party. You can actually even have a 10-man raid in there. It gets a little bit full if you're a healer. If you're actually going to be healing in a raid, I would probably go for getting yourself something a little bit better. It is a little bit cramped in there, and a little bit difficult to see who's doing what, but it works fine for a standard party. Also, I've got my quest up here on the top left as well, so there we go. When you're not actually targeting somebody or not targeting anybody hostile or a pet, you do lose these bars, so you can click away if you want to get rid of those HUD. In the center here, I've got my demonic fury. If you're a paladin, you'll have your doodats of light, whatever it is paladins use. I can never remember what paladins use. If you're a rogue, your combo points will appear here. You kind of get the idea. Also, debuffs will appear here in the center here. You can see they've got the numbers and percentages for hit points and health. Also, range that the target is from you. And around about this, where this range 0 to 10 is, will also appear any buffs and debuffs that your target has got that you've managed to give it. What else have we got? Over on the in the dead center, we've got a map, which you can bring up as a world map. Rather nice. And you can zoom in and zoom out. You can also select your tracking type here, if you so wish. What else? We got more buttons, lots and lots of buttons. Now, over here on the bottom right-hand side is what I particularly like. You've got a box here which does all kinds of things. So at the moment we're looking at recount, and we've got the recount button down here. Click on that, that'll give you Omen. Click on the Omen button, and it'll give you the combat log. Click on that, it'll give you a map. And click on it again, take you back to DPS, and of course from recount you can of course just change what you're doing. But that, you've got your bag bar, and you've got this, which is the Minimap button, and all the buttons that you would normally have around your mini-map are now collected up and popped in here for you. So there we go. Yes, indeedy. Right, other ads that I'm running. Oh, this ad, but this entire screen is an add-on called nUI, small n, capital U, capital I. I've got it from Curse Gaming. From Curse, and you can download it and install it. It's fairly easy. It's not particularly hard on the memory as well. For all its bells and whistles, it's not particularly hard at all. You do need to keep it up to date, and sometimes parts of it will go out of date and other parts will stay in date, so you kind of got to be careful with that. But I've not had a problem with this at all. Other things that I'm running, Altoholic. If I get up my Altarholic is a fantastic ability. So yeah, there are all my alts on this, on all realms, all accounts. What I've got at the moment, I've been to all of these characters. I can have a look at their bag usage, see what their bags they've used. Thank you. Go away. Go away. Never mind. I can look at the skills that my various characters have got. So my warrior Samson has 565 blacksmithing, and yeah, there we go. All cooldowns are up. Doesn't make any suggestion what it should be building. There we go. Another working. All cooldowns up. Herbalism. Now for my rogue, there is suggesting up to 205 should collect Khadgar's whisker in the hinterlands of Rathi Highlands or Swamp of Sorrows. Quite nice. So yeah, we're looking pretty good there. And activity, you can tell you when you last went there. Also, you can have a look at your guild bank if you should so wish. Guild bank tab's closed. No, obviously not showing it to me. But anyway, and you also look at guild members that you've seen as well. You can link this if you've got multiple accounts. You can actually link, and you can share this information across several accounts. You can have all your accounts on this realm all showing in one box, which is quite nice actually. It gives you a quite nice idea of what's going on. It's a very, very useful tool. If you're like me and you have lots of alts, it's a very, very useful tool. Auctioneer. I don't actually have it enabled on this character. I do actually have my bank alt that runs around and does all my auctioning for me as well. Now that is an auctioneer. If you haven't heard of auctioneer, I'd seriously suggest going reading up on it. It's basically an auction tool. It remembers prices, trends, and then when you've got an item, you post up, you put it on the auction house. It'll give you an idea of what it should be worth, or you can go and look up historical values of items. Very, very useful. Postal. I can show you that very quickly. I haven't got anything to open, I don't think. No, I haven't got anything to open. But you add this open all button. And if you've got, particularly for auction alts, if you've got a lot of something coming in, a lot of cash coming in, or a lot of items coming in to sell, that open all button means you can click on open all and actually go away and make a cup of coffee if you actually want to. I've actually had situations where I've actually managed to cause Postal to slow right down. And it's basically get a little error message saying close, but there is more mail, come back in 7 seconds, we'll have processed it. So there's that. And of course Deadly Boss mods, which again you can't really see on the screen at the moment because I'm not actually in any kind of fight, but Deadly Boss mods is another beautiful add-on. If you're going to be doing any kind of raiding, you must have Deadly Boss mods. I would suggest getting Deadly Boss mods just for the fact that it'll tell you various phases in just a standard 5-man. If you've never been somewhere before, particularly if you get new to the Mr. Pandera instances, get Deadly Boss mods. It will tell you what's going on, or at least give you a very good idea of what's going on. You'll catch on really quickly. So thanks very much, guys. It's just a very short video, just really outlining, explaining what I've got, why I've got it. We'll stand here right at the very bottom centre, date, time, where you are. Always a good idea to know exactly where you are and when you are. Okay guys, thanks very much. I've been Havoc. Let's go and do some adventuring. Catch you guys on the flip side.